Gather round, friends, new and old, and welcome to the POWWOW podcast. I am your host, David.
And I am your other host, Philip.
Phil, we're in the midst here of a heat wave. Well, actually, no.
Are you?
I'm sorry. It's a very brief heat wave, but we're not in the midst of it. We're at the beginning of it. It's like a 2-3 day heat wave.
Wow.
Today was 29 or up to maybe, I think it hit like 30 Celsius, which is quick math in my head. Just like almost 90, I think, Fahrenheit.
Oh,
right?
God, I would kill for 90.
Tomorrow is going to be 36 degrees Celsius, which is more like 100 and something, which is unheard of here. Now, let me just add this on here, Phil. Houses in the Netherlands do not have air conditioning.
What?
Air conditioning does not exist here because it's super unnecessary. You would need it for that 1 or 2 days of the year where it gets that hot, but generally, houses don't have AC. Imagine for a moment that you're in 100-degree weather plus maybe a little over 100. Okay, so 37 Celsius is 99 Fahrenheit, roughly. And it's some forecasts are saying 39 Celsius, so that's going to be over 100 with no AC. How does that sound?
Well, I guess you do have fans, but that is difficult. That actually surprised me. So you guys have heaters though.
Yeah, of
course,
the
winter,
because the winters generally get decently cold.
Very cold, yeah.
Yeah.
But wow. I've never been in any building or anything that does not have air conditioning. So I'm sure that ushers a lot of people to actually want and have to go into work. Because I'm sure that all those places have air conditioning.
Yeah. So, generally, I think office buildings have AC. And for example, a friend of mine was saying she works from home a lot of days. She was saying, Tuesday I'm going into the office because there's AC there. And I'm on standby to work tomorrow at a bar with no AC and with a terrace where there will probably be people sitting. So I'm going to have to be
bathing some deodorant.
Yeah.
Some antiperspirant deodorant.
Bathing in my own
juices.
Odorant.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, what's going on with you, buddy?
Well, we did not have a heat wave thus far. We're just in our normal heat. Arizona's in heat, as it were. But we are actually, funny enough, we are having like a severe thunderstorm monsoon season. But like last night, it was going on for like 7 hours, just lighting up the sky with lightning. And you could hear the thunder through the house. It was tremendous, the amount of damage that this thing did last night. It's incredible. And of course, you don't know this, but since we get water and rain so very rarely in Arizona, it's like a phenomenon every time it happens. Everywhere you go on social media, every snap is like water. I don't know if you saw the Drew Barrymore TikTok that went viral where she's just going outside looking like a Andy Dufresne lookalike, just being like, "Oh, water, it's raining." And that's like every person on social media in Arizona. Drew Barrymore is doing that. Is she
from Phoenix, or did she do that in LA?
No, she's just she's just living life and releasing her inner child, and God bless her for doing so. But every person in Arizona is just like that, just looking like they escaped from 5 football fields of absolute crap, and then just getting washed out by the rain, just washing away everybody's sins. Everybody goes outside and gets wet. It's delightful. It's like a tribal communion dance that we all go through.
Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you.
Hilary Duff.
That's not Hilary Duff.
But I love her music, and she has a good song. All right. Anyways, anyways, let's get wet. Let's get wet in another way.
I dare say the stars have aligned in a weird way, because we were trying to come up with something to talk about this week, and you sent me a list of events, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of them happened to be, what was it? Massage Appreciation Day or something like, or masseuse appreciation? I don't know. It was something along those lines. And you weren't keen on any of those days. And I was like, wait, hold on. What about this massage thing? Because I was kind of planning on getting a massage sometime soon. And you were like, well, actually, it just so happens, you told me that you had one a couple days ago. And so we decided to do massages as a topic. We're going to be talking about our little massage stories, and I made sure to book my massage for earlier today so that I would have it before we recorded and I would have a fresh story.
So the entire week that this episode came out on was
Right.
Everybody deserves a massage week, and I say that is a glorious week. It should be a festival.
That's a good week. That's a good week. I think it's a nice sentiment that everybody deserves a massage, and in one way or another, I think it's true because man, is life stressful.
Now hold on, before we actually dive into our own stories and everything, I think it's an interesting topic to discuss. I've had a girlfriend and then a couple of acquaintances who not only don't like massages, they abhor it. Like, they do not enjoy anybody who's not a significant other. And even then, they do not enjoy being touched by anybody, much less a stranger. Like, it takes a lot to even get a hug out of them. Not like I'm a big hug guy myself, but it takes a lot to get a hug out of them. But they just absolutely rail against getting a massage. They don't like the sensation. They don't like being touched or anything. And that's just something I've never understood personally, because I'm very much when it comes to a love language, physical touch is actually one of them for me. So whenever I go get a massage.
For me too.
Yeah, for me, whenever I go get a massage.
Whenever you go get a massage, you fall in love with the masseuse.
You know what? If it's good enough. There's a moment that makes me question. Oh, man.
Right.
But I just thought that we should. Was there ever a point in time where you thought it was weird, where you weren't intrigued by the thought of getting a massage?
I've gotten lots of massages, either, a shoulder massage from a family member or a full-on like back massage from a significant other in the past. But no, like talking about like a professional massage, it's never seemed weird to me. What it has seemed is expensive.
Yes, yeah.
And as someone who has never at any point in my life made a lot of money, it's not something I do a lot. In fact, I've only ever done it twice.
You've only ever gotten two professional
massages.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
I think. I'm trying to remember now if there was like another one that like was part of something else, but I don't think so. I know of two instances in my life where I've paid for a professional massage, and one of them was today.
Wow. Okay. Well, I have been. How do I say? Dare I say, been accused of being frugal on this podcast. But the one thing that I do treat myself to is a massage. Now, this isn't to say every day I get a massage. Oh my God, if I could, though, I would. But I probably go once a month to get a massage. Depends on really
are you pretty loosey-goosey then? Like, do you feel like generally on a day-to-day basis, do your muscles generally feel relatively relaxed? Because mine do not.
Yeah, no, okay, so it's a chicken and the egg kind of thing, because I've been told by masseuses, massage therapists, that I'm pretty loose anyways, but I don't know if that's also because I tend to get a lot more massages and that's how I prefer to roll, or if I'm just normally a pretty much go with the flow kind of guy.
Yeah, let me just say, like this when we get to stories, this episode will get very intriguing, so you definitely want to stay tuned. Do you have there we go, like what was the first massage you ever got? When were you inducted into this cult of monthly massages?
I honestly don't know that I could tell you when. I think it probably had some origins in when we would go to the mall or when we would go to Best Buy, and you'd sit in one of those massage chairs. I actually do remember, funny enough, I do remember my stepdad when we first, because my mom married my stepdad and we moved into his house, and he had a massage chair. I mean, that was all the rage back in the day, right? And I wore that thing out. I used that every time I got home from school. So I think I was already attuned to the idea of getting a massage, so much so that I never thought it weird or odd enough to even remember my first time. But it had to have been in a mall, because that would probably be the only time that I could walk by, get a chair massage, and going to a massage parlor, massage place I don't think would allure to me off the bat, right? It's like it goes in steps because no matter where everybody goes, there's barriers of just being like, okay, this is the next level to a massage. So you start out like on a chair, face down, everybody in public can see you, but you feel secure that nothing's going on weird. Next would be going out and actively seeking out a massage parlor. Next step would be going in your skivvies, and then there's a huge difference from the first time you get in there and they're like, all right, you're going to strip down, and or they come in and they're like, oh, what are you doing? Why are you still clothed? And you're like, oh, I'm the weird one because I didn't strip. Okay, cool. I will do that. As opposed to by the time you get to one point, it's like they walk in and you're like, oh, whoa, no, this is just a chair massage. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make this weird for you. No, I've never actually done that last one. But there is a comfortability that comes with that.
Yes,
that at first you're very, very ignorant to what is acceptable traditions and when you can kind of gauge on where clothing is needed. And some places even demand it. Like you can't go like shorts. You have to go in your underwear and stuff. And it's crazy. It gets crazy on like on what level of attire they want. But anyways, I would have to say my first introduction to a massage probably had to be in a mall. Do you remember your first time? Since you've only had two.
No, now I'm remembering I did get a chair massage at AMDA during finals week. They would bring in
that's lovely,
like massage people that would give you like a back and shoulder massage in a chair. The one where you sit, like you sit facing down, like
face down, but your knees are kind of like leaning. Yeah,
you're kind of resting on your front side. And so I got you. It was very, very in high demand. So you had to like book very quickly as soon as it became available. And I got in once of my 4 semesters. I got in once and I got a massage there. But I don't really remember. I mean, it was pretty good, but I don't really remember that being very spectacular. You keep your clothes on. It was.
Oh, yeah.
But my first massage that I actually like sought it out, like it wasn't just sort of conveniently at my college, was after I did the Polar Express show in Los Angeles, and the show ended. I was feeling like, man, am I tense? Like I just had so much. I don't even know how to describe it. I needed to relax. I needed like someone to get all the knots out of my back and my body.
You were feeling
so
naughty.
I booked a full body massage in, I think, Encino. I can't remember what the place was, but it was somewhere in the San Fernando Valley. And I went there, and she, I booked it. I went through to the room. They said, undress to your level of comfort. And I was like, not being a total newbie, I was like, does that mean I'm allowed to get naked? Or am I supposed to leave my underwear on? Because I wasn't sure. And when you're not sure if you're supposed to get naked, you don't get naked.
No, you
so
err
I didn't
on
get
the side
naked.
of caution. Yes.
Right. So I erred on the side of wearing my underwear. And I started my massage, full body. It was great. It was painful, but it was very, very good. Halfway through, she just says to me, "What do you do?" in that tone. What do you do? And let me say, like this was like a full on professional. The lights were super dim. It was like candlelight only. There was like relaxing music and like incense, and there was like oil and all the great things about a massage. And she wasn't talking to me. She didn't speak. She was very quiet. I was relaxed. Like she said maybe a couple things here and there, like if necessary, but very professional. But then she just goes, "What do you do?" Like, oh my goodness, there's so much tension. And I was like, yeah, I know. I don't know why. I don't know. I really have no idea. And I think any masseuse or masseur would have told me, like, dude, you need to be doing this like every week for a while to get all these knots out. And I should be, but again, expense, man. That was a pricey massage. It was a one-off, like, I need this, I'm gonna go get it done.
Yeah, that is the one thing. Having been to as many massages as I have been, I've kind of gauged for myself a price. Again, I'm frugal, so I really don't go out and spend, like, I don't drink alcohol, so I don't have that added expenditure. I don't do well, but I don't do I don't do hardcore drugs, and so I don't have like a ton of like, my real only expenses usually are just bills and then dates. So I don't really have that much to spend. So I allow myself to enjoy this, but there is a price point. I've unless you're experimenting, you're on vacation, some fun form of massage like hot stones, couples massage, unless it's some sort of specialty massage, the price point that I usually go for is less than $1 a minute. If you can find less than $1 a minute, so anything for an hour, $50 or below, or even, I mean, shoot, even 55, because at some point you do have to account for tip. But if you can get below $1, that's usually a safe zone. Now, if it's a specialty, or you know that somebody's really good, like there's a location in Arizona. This was the one that I just went to as of recording this yesterday. David, they broke me. They broke me down into little Tetris pieces. They took my battered soul and they put me back together. And I walked out of there a new man. And I'm only I'm only exaggerating slightly. It hurt so bad that I wanted to do the kind of thing while I'm in there. But of course, I'm not the only one in the room. I'm trying to respect everybody
really?
else's. No. Well, there's curtains separating everybody
Okay.
in the room, so it's not like we're all just like on one table, and the masseuses are having a train of like running across all of our backs or something. No, but in that particular massage parlor, we're all in the same room with curtains separating us. But I did not want to make a fool out of myself. But the way that they did, it's a Thai style massage, because there's different styles. In case you've never gotten a massage, there are different styles, and they actually do. Going into it, I would have thought it's all just BS. Each style just being, it's just a different, like this one just incorporates more feet. This one, no, there actually are different methodologies, different thought processes that go into each one. And the Thai one involves and incorporates a lot of stretching. And let me tell you, if you go and get a deep tissue Thai massage after working out, it like rectifies and remedies all of the sins that you took while working out, and all the areas that you did not stretch properly get stretched, and it's just a release. It's such a pressure and pain relief. And the one thing that I have a problem with massages, if there's any aspect you have a qualm about, is that it gives you a sense of, it feels so good that afterwards you are now aware and cognizant of that daily pain that you go through. It's so good and relieves pain so much to a degree that as the pain creeps up and you start to rebuild what you're accustomed to, you're like, oh, I forget that I have this pain in my back that is just daily, and I deal with it. But because it's now gone, going forward, I'm now going to be aware, and that pain is going to make me more and more grumpy or something. That's the only problem I have with massages.
Today, so I basically, with my new job, I've been carrying trays with drinks with my left hand,
Yes.
up right in front of me, and it has caused a severe knot in my left shoulder. And
Ooh.
it's very painful, and I'm like constantly trying to knead it out myself, and that's obviously incredibly difficult. But so I thought to myself, like, I really need to get a professional massage. I feel like it's necessary, and so I looked online, I found something. I found one that was just sort of neck, back, and shoulders, and I'm like, good, that's what I need. I don't need someone massaging my butt or my legs or my feet or my whatever.
Sure.
Like just neck, back, and shoulders. At least then that focuses on the problematic area. Right. 30-minute massage, not as long. I would have wanted a full hour, but you know what? That's what was offered. So no problem. So I go to the address, and it's a house, and I'm like,
ooh,
oh, okay. And I ring the doorbell. And I really hope this woman isn't listening ever, because I'm going to tear this situation to shreds. It was very odd. She opens the door with her mouth full of food, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to eat before the appointment." So she was like, had a mouthful of food, and she was like, "Oh, come in," and I'm like, "Okay."
What an
and then
entrance.
she like asks me to wait. She offers me a drink. I said no. She's asked me to wait while she goes and prepares the room. I'm like, okay. So I go upstairs when she calls me upstairs. I go upstairs, in again her house, to this room that she uses as a massage studio, right? So, and it was like a normal room. It looked like an office, really, but it had a massage table, like a real massage table, and it was, but again, just a room in a house. And there was lots of light pouring in. Like, again, I described the situation earlier that had candlelight and like soft music
Oh,
playing.
yes.
And
Yes.
I was spoken to only in hushed tones, you know?
Yes.
This woman was like, yeah, you can take your shirt off, leave your pants on, and lie face down on the table. And the light, she didn't close the curtains. It was just like full on daylight outside. It was pretty
Whoa.
warm. Yeah, I know. It was like odd. Anyway, so I like sandwiched my face into this like vagina shaped hole in the bed.
Yeah, of course.
And that's an important detail because that's immediately what I thought of when I saw the head hole. And and she starts anyway, she starts massaging me. The Dutch in general are very matter of fact practical people, and they're very sort of say it how it is, and very, again, practical, matter of fact. And I say that it's not a criticism for the most part. This was a very Dutch massage in that way. She talked her way through the whole thing,
What?
explaining what she was doing. She was like, yeah, now I'm going to do this because this helps with this, and then I'm going to do this Chinese thing, this Chinese technique that helps you massage deeper. And I'm like, shut up.
I want to
Shut
enjoy
up,
this.
please. Yeah, and oh god, and there was no music, no incense. It was just like
Oh.
this really odd, like it almost felt like a physio appointment more so than a massage. Anyway, it helped a little. My shoulder still hurts like a bitch. It just I might need to book another one. You know, something
with
at a
with a new person,
legit.
yes.
Yes, absolutely. I will not be going back to that woman who forgot to eat and talked her way through the entire massage. I did not enjoy it. I thought it was not super happy to pay for that, but yeah, you know, obviously I was going to pay for it. But
So
yeah,
whenever I find a massage place, it's usually one of two ways. Either I have found a place and then I find that it's a great deal and it goes around. Oh, words cannot describe how disappointed I was when my favorite massage place closed down. It was like $25 for a full body massage. It was just incredible. Just an incredible deal, David. And they shut down. Oh, I was disappointed. But I'm always kind of on the lookout being like, oh, a massage place. I'm sure it's how some people feel akin to like a tattoo parlor, where they're just like, oh, tattoo place. Maybe I'll go and go there one day. Or maybe like a bar. Oh, cool little sports bar. Okay. So I take note of these things. And on occasion, when I'm like, you know what, I need a massage, I go inside, I check out the deal, and I'll remember what their prices are and see if it's anything. And if it's good enough, I'll go there right then and there. Maybe I'll come back when I have more money, what have you. This is all to say I've been to a couple places. I've been around. Even when I go on vacation, if I go out and about within the States or wherever I go, I usually will go on vacation to go get a massage because, heck, why not? I'm on vacation. Treat myself. So I have a couple of bad stories as well, but I find most of them to be either okay, so it's one would be them not applying as much pressure as I want, especially having been to a couple places. It's like, even if it's an awkward thing to say automatically, I think most people are afraid most of all to speak up, pipe up and just say, hey, less pressure, or hey, more pressure, or can you go a little bit more in here, whatever. A lot of people feel awkward, and I understand why, saying what they want in a massage, because it's just an awkward situation all of itself. But my point is that if if your barber or hairstylist were to be doing something you didn't like, you'd probably say something, right? Same idea with a massage therapist. So the pressure is usually one, but the number one thing that always, for whatever reason, always is just an indicator. So I go to this new place that's near. I moved to an apartment in Arizona. It was like my first one that I ever lived by myself. And there's this massage place that's right around the corner. Wow, it's like within 2 minutes of me. Of course, I'm going to check it out at fair price. I go out there and it's I got a foot massage advertised for like $35. Of course, for an hour. I'm going to try that. I go in and I try that, and it's all right. She's not the woman who performs a massage. No, it's nothing terribly special. It's just a standard massage. and she's lotioning up my foot, and she's doing all this stuff, and it's fine. But as the massage is going on and on, I'm getting like a little bit more itchy on my legs.
Oh no.
I know, and I'm like, huh. And I slowly I get dressed. The time's up. I start to pay and go away. But for the rest of the day, my legs, because I got a foot massage, were itchy. Now they felt good, but they felt itchy. And I told my then girlfriend at the time this. She's like, what did she use, like water? I was like, no, she also used lotion. I was like, oh. And what must have happened is she must have been mixing lotion with water to kind of make it go a little bit longer, I'm sure. And it just created this like friction where when she would massage me, the water and lotion would not mix properly. And so if she would be massaging like my calf or something, it would be just creating hair mats, where like they would all collect, as opposed to what like lotion would normally do. Because if you're just doing water and you're like massaging like normal, you're like,
why not oil?
I know, oil, lotion, whatever it could possibly be, but no. And so for the rest of the day, it created such an itch and such an irritant. I never went back, needless to say. The only other one that I have to complain about, I went to this place that was on the way to a friend's poker game. I have like a Saturday off, and I'm on my way. I'm making my way, doing some errands, and I find a new place. I'm like, yeah, of course, I'm going to try out a new place. I go, and it's same concept. Everybody's in an open room, but covered off in sections of curtains. I'm like, okay. I go inside this like room, and I get undressed, and they say, okay, get undressed to your comfortability. Go down to my skivvies. I lay down on the table, and then I get under the blanket, and just immediately within 5 seconds of her walking in, I'm like, okay, this is my comfort zone, whatever. Rips the blanket off. I'm like, oh, okay. And then just performs the rest of the massage, turns me over. And when I say my skivvies were were manipulated to within whatever crevice, whatever fold I had to get as close to being covered, but not as could possibly. Like, it was almost unnecessary at some point, where I was like, wow, I really am practically not wearing anything, and you are just massaging everything. It was as close to me coming to as like one of those massages as possible, without me knowing about it. I've never gotten that, in case anybody's wondering. I've never gotten that, never looked for that or anything. And then it came that close to just being one of those to where I got a weird ass vibe mid-while. It was an insane sensation, David.
Okay, so I don't even know if I should say this. So again, today, I left this detail out accidentally because, I don't know, I forgot, but how could I? You know when you're like getting a haircut and you're not really sure why the barber is like cutting your hair in that way? You're like, that looks kind of weird, but you're like, they know better. They're the expert. So should I question them doing their job that they're in theory trained to do? You know that feeling?
Yes.
And it happens like with other things as well, right? You're like, is this right? This doesn't seem right. So again, this was a neck, back, and shoulder massage. And she starts massaging my arms. She starts massaging my arms. She's like, oh, do you do a lot of exercise? Again, talking her way through the entire thing. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And she says, oh, yeah, because you have very strong muscles. And I'm like, okay, thanks. And she's like, yeah, it can increase the tension that you carry. I'm like, okay, good. Again, shut up. And then she starts massaging my arms, which I'm like, I guess that's kind of connected to my shoulders, so it's not weird. And then she's like pulling on my legs. I'm like, this doesn't seem like it should be part of this neck, back, and shoulder massage. But again, I'm like, but I guess she knows what she's doing. Then she starts punching my butt. And
did she explain her reasoning for it as she's going?
No,
this is the one time she was silent.
She went dead quiet. Yeah. I swear to God, Phil, it's a good thing I'm not easily made uncomfortable, because someone else may have seriously been traumatized by this. she started spanking me with an open hand. And I don't know why she was doing it, especially since this was a neck, back, and shoulder massage.
Release that pressure.
I kid you not.
Get out of there.
This feels like I'm making it up. I am absolutely not making this up. I will never be going back to this woman for this is a large part of the reason I'm like, maybe there was a reason why she was doing it. Maybe she wanted to see if I was carrying tension there. Maybe. But there's no precedent for doing that in a massage where it was not part of the package, you know? That could get her into a whole lot of trouble. She's lucky, again, that I'm not easily made uncomfortable. But I mean, even then, even saying that, like, it kind of did make me a little. I was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" There's no reason why you should be slapping with an open hand, slapping my butt in a neck, back, and shoulder massage.
I'm curious. I mean, I don't know, but how do I put this? The added features, isn't that more, or isn't that not more, but isn't that acceptable?
Added features?
You're
talking about happy endings.
Yes. Aren't those
legal in the Netherlands?
Yeah, legal and acceptable in the Netherlands?
Yes, but I'm pretty sure it has to be consensual.
Oh, well, yes, of course.
Right, which it wasn't. What she did was not. It was not consensual because I did not give her my consent for doing that, right?
Right.
So I'm sure that, but
okay.
I don't know if you can advertise yourself as because there's obviously going to be laws around it. So I don't know if you can advertise yourself as a massage therapist and then give happy endings. I don't know if that's allowed, especially if you're booking people for massages. You can't then prostitute yourself in that transaction. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Right.
But I wouldn't say right off the bat, yep, it's totally legal. I don't know. I'm sure there are laws around it. But I mean, again, this wasn't consensual. It was extremely troubling.
Well, I'm glad that all the tension she released came right on back with each slap of your ass cheeks.
Everything, my entire shoulder just went tense again.
Do you work out? Oh, it feels so nice and strong.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
The last thing I want to say on the subject of massages is that I love massages so much that it's actually influenced me. I've only have 2 places in the world that I actively want to go. I'm game to go pretty much anywhere in the world and kind of visit and vacation, but 2 places that I actively want to go. One is Ireland. Anybody who knows me knows that. But the number 2 place would be Thailand. Because of the massages there, I hear that they're bountiful. I hear that they're actually very cost effective. Like you can get
super
5
cheap.
hours for like super cheap. And
I think my sister paid like the equivalent of like 5 or 10 euros for like an hour massage or something. It's just extremely cheap. It's like a 1/5 or 1/6 of the price of what I paid today.
Yes, absolutely.
For my spanking session.
For your spanking. Yes, that is the 2 places that I want to go. And one of them is completely because of the massage elements. I want to go like a full day of just getting massaged. Oh my God. So massages, any last words from you?
No, I don't really want to talk about it anymore.
All right, well, let's move along and get to something more fun. This episode of POWWOW Podcast is sponsored by Sides.
Meet Sides, SIDES, an app that helps you take the law into your own hands.
Turn ordinary agreements into binding contracts in seconds. Then if a dispute arises, Sides will step in to resolve it for you.
What, Phil, that was supposed to be my line.
What did we agree to in the contract?
I don't know. I guess we can use Sides to settle this dispute because each dispute costs a small one-time fee.
And if you win, which I will, it's all awarded back to you.
Sign up now and get 16% off for a limited time only.
This is Fun Factoid. We brought it back last time, and now it's making its triumphant return yet again. Fun Factoid. We will be giving each other 2 facts. One of them is completely real. One of them is completely fake. So, David, I believe you went first last time. So I'll go first this time? Does it really matter? Do we really care?
Sure.
Who cares? All right. My 2 facts. 1, the Bantu breed of pigs utilize a movement with their front hoof in order to say goodbye to one another. And fact number 2, Steve Jobs believed his commitment to a vegan diet meant his body was free from odor, so he didn't need to wear deodorant or shower regularly. Which of those is the fake fun fact?
Say the first one again about the pigs.
The Bantu breed of pigs utilize a movement with their front hoof in order to say goodbye to one another. And Steve Jobs was Steve Smelly.
I bet he was, but I don't think Steve Jobs is stupid enough to think that he's not going to have body odor just because he's eating vegan. So I'm going to go with the true one is the one about the pigs.
Okay. Pigs are incredibly intelligent creatures, and so am I because I came up with that lie. Steve Jobs was very odorful, I guess would be the proper way to say it.
That in itself is believable.
And his coworkers are on record saying that he was very, very wrong for this belief, believing that he would be odorless. Hoffman, your two facts.
Okay, so these are very much related. You'll see why. You're going to have to help me out with the pronunciation here. The giant saguaro cactus?
Saguaro.
Saguaro
G
cactus?
silence. G is silent.
Does not grow arms until it is at least 50 years old. That's the first fact. The second fact is saguaros live up to 200 years old in total.
Oh.
So they don't grow arms until at least 50, and they can live up to 200 in total, 200 years old.
Both have to do with age, and I do know saguaros live for an incredibly long time. The problem that I'm having with is that I think saguaros, I think that they can even last longer than 200 years. That's why I'm thinking it might be a lie for that reason, but I do know that they live a long time, so I think you just fudged the number. I'm going to go, I don't know if you're, I'll just go with the arms over 50 years. I believe that that's the fake fact. I think that they can be born with them.
You're wrong.
Oh.
That is true. They do not grow arms until at least 50 years old. Saguaros can live to be more than 300 years old in total.
Yeah.
So you're right. I did fudge the number, but you guessed incorrectly in the end. So
Darn it!
there you go. A little bit of fun for you in the fact variety. So let's move on. The game is back this week. Thank goodness. We've missed playing games and competing with one another. And I've missed watching Phil fail and lose.
No kidding.
And so I've got a guest for us, Phil. And it's someone whom I have not known for very long, but we get along like a house on fire. And we met in Greece.
Did you?
Isn't that cool? Yes, we met in Greece at the wedding.
So the vacation that you had a little while ago for the wedding, you guys met there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So did you both know the same person getting married?
Hold
or
on
did you guys...
a second.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Okay. Whoa.
Leah, welcome to the podcast.
Hi.
Welcome,
nice
Leah.
to be here.
Hello. And
to answer your question, Phil, no, we were on opposite sides, right? I knew the bride and
I knew the groom.
you knew the groom.
That's always so fascinating.
Yeah, and you were one of the few American there was the American guests and there were the Greek guests. You were one of the few American guests on the groom side.
Right. And I was actually the plus one as well, so.
Yes.
All right. Well, Leah, I obviously don't know you that well at all, so I'm going to ask you a couple questions, as will David, but I'll start with mine first. What is the least amount of money someone would have to pay you to give them an hour-long massage that includes you standing on their back? So it has to be an honest attempt, Leah. It's not just like farcical. Somebody's paying you real money, but it has to be the full works. So it's
works.
it's professional. It's the full works. There's going to be oil. There's going to be standing. There's going to be origami. How much would it cost them for you to give them an honest attempt at a full-on massage?
Me personally, I love giving massages, so my mom actually does pay me weekly to give her a massage. Yes.
I mean,
Wow.
dare I
Sweet
plot
deal.
more?
I don't know, but for an hour and you're like standing on them,
yes,
I might say $75 at least.
That's not bad. That's
That's not bad. Yeah.
That's industry standard. All right, very nice. Okay.
Plus tax.
Oh, plus tax, of course. It's a business that we do have to run. All right, Hoffman, I believe it is time for your question. Take it away.
Leah, my question for you, because I know based on our many chats since we met, I know you are a traveler, a lover of traveling.
Yes.
But would you travel, backpack, you can go anywhere you want to go except home, and you do not have a phone? So that is the caveat. You don't have contact with home. You'd have to be away for, let's say, a year without any
A year.
contact. You're just on an adventure. Would you?
Whoa.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Wow.
Wow.
Not even a sliver of doubt.
No.
You hate
for
your
sure.
family that much, huh? No, I'm
No,
kidding. No, I'm kidding.
I love them, but for a whole year, you'd find yourself more, I think.
And you could also prep them. I mean, it's not like, all right, take it now or you're gone, and then they have no idea where the hell you are for a year. I'm sure that you'll be prepping.
Yeah, no, that wasn't part of it. You can absolutely let them know, hey, you're not going to hear from me for a year, but I'll be back
But
by
it's more
Christmas.
spontaneous if you just leave.
Well, yeah, more spontaneous, and then that's how the cops get involved. All right, my last question here, Leah. What is something most would think of as trivial, but annoys the hell out of you? So, for instance, I hate it when people splash my face. We could all be in the pool. We could all be having fun doing cannonballs and everything else. But if somebody actually makes the choice to splash water on my face, it ruins my day. It gets me pissed off. And I just want to just punch somebody. What is something that is similar to you?
My would be for sure if someone's like standing like 5 feet behind me in line or like getting closer and closer, and it's just like you just want to like turn around and smack them, but you can't do that in America.
Yeah, even more so before the quarantine and pandemic and everything else. I was exactly on your side of this. I need some breathing room. Give me some space, regardless or not of anything. Just freaking be nice to each other. All right.
Yeah, and you know what gets me is when you kind of step forward a little, like closer to the person in front of you, but leaving a little bit of distance, just to distance yourself from the people behind you. And they're like, oh, good, the line's moving. And they step up as well. God, it drives me crazy. I think we're all on the same page here.
You're not going to get there any faster. Just give each other
room.
Come on.
All right, so since Leah is your guest, David, that means that it is my game, and we are going to play a game of which came first. So we will be getting a this or that option, Leah, and then your job is to simply decide which came first. Now, it will be a one or the other. Leah, you'll be going first in both cases, but decide right now, Leah, who would you like to face off against first, as there are 2 iterations of this game?
I think I want to face you first.
I always want to face Phil first, but I'm okay with it. Yes. Okay, so my rendition of which came first, I tried so hard, and I mostly succeeded, but it's a little all over the place to center this around massages.
So we might have the same game. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We'll see. All right, which came first? Acupuncture in ancient China or reflexology in ancient Egypt? Leah, you first.
I'm going to say acupuncture.
In ancient China versus reflexology in ancient Egypt. Okay, Phil, what do you think?
I would have to think reflexology, because acupuncture, that feels like very dangerous to do in ancient times. Like the first person to do that really was a test subject.
Right.
Whereas reflexology, you're just touching toes.
Scientist in China was like, hey, what happens if I pierce you with this long needle? Yeah.
And you mess that up, you get a bacteria, you lose a leg quite easily. Quite easily. All right. David?
Now, unfortunately, I did not write down the dates, but according to the website that I looked at,
yeah, it's very scientific.
Acupuncture indeed came first, and it was only about 200 years. I remember that. There was a difference of about 200 years between the two, but acupuncture came first, which means, Leah, you got it correct.
Ooh.
Phil, you got it wrong. What joy. I've missed this so much. Question 2. Phil, we're going to you first this time. Which came first, massage or yoga?
I would have to think massage. I would think a hug comes more naturally, and then if you're hugging, maybe you're starting to rub, and then people are like, ooh, that feels nice. As opposed to yoga and actually like stretching something out. I think that's a learned trait. That's like, you're tearing off my arm, but actually, wait a minute, hold on, if you keep it right there. So I'm going to go with massage coming before
I like that
yoga.
You imagine massage was born out of a hug. Leah, what do you think?
I'm saying yoga, because think about it. When you wake up and you're stretching, that's almost the start of yoga right there.
But does that feel organic? Do you think you would know to stretch if it wasn't for like Pee Wee soccer and everything else?
Yes, your body would tell you right
Yes.
away.
I just maybe my
All
body is just not
animals
speaking to
stretch.
me.
You know that, right? All animals do that. Well, not all,
Yeah,
maybe, but
I
many
guess.
mammals do at least. Okay, so you once again are split. Phil, you said massage. Leah, you said yoga. Massage originated in about 2700 BCE, and yoga has origins 5000 BCE.
This game's
So
stupid.
it's your game, buddy. Okay, so 2 points to nothing. Phil, you're gonna have to run the house, as you say. Which comes first? Now, I will say both of these originated in all of these so far, except for the first question. Massage, yoga, and this question, all of these things have originated in India. Hinduism or massage, which one came first? And we're going to you, Leah, first. Yeah.
Oh, me first. Okay. I'm just going to say Hinduism. There's no explanation for it at all.
Dang
Okay.
it. I think it's Hinduism as well. Technically, I have 3, so I have one option to go opposite of her. But since every single aspect of this game thus far has been whatever I actually think, and it's been the opposite of it, I will take my chance here. I will go with massage.
Okay. You once again split the options, and one of you is correct. And that one is Phil. We know already
Boom.
that massage originated 2700, according to the website I found.
Uh-huh.
And this is about as
Scientific
in-depth,
as we get.
yeah, about as historical as we get on POWWOW. Hinduism, 400 years later, 2300 BCE. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's 2-1. Leah, you still have the advantage.
Woo.
No pressure.
Which came first? The movie Full Body Massage or the movie Touchy Feely, which is about a masseuse?
I couldn't tell.
Going to you first, Phil. Have you seen either of these films?
You know, I have seen both, and I thought the technique
Don't
used
believe you.
in full body massage. Excuse me, I forget which movie you were talking about, Hoffman. Let me think. Which movie came first? It's full body massage, and then what was touchy feely?
Touchy Feely.
I'm gonna go with full body massage coming first.
Okay.
Okay.
Leah?
I'm going to go with Touchy Feely then, just because it seems to be my favorite to split them.
Okay. One of these came out in 1995, and one of them came out in 2013.
Oh.
Full Body Massage, 1995.
Yes!
Phil, you are correct.
Yes!
He ties the game, 2 points to
Let's
2.
go, baby! I love this game.
Wow. Okay. Now we had our little modern question there. Back to India.
Of
Which
course.
came first, the Kama Sutra
Oh.
or massage?
And it goes to Leah first.
It goes to me first? Okay. The massage came first.
Oh,
Okay.
dang it. Oh, I do want to say the Kama Sutra. Also born out of a hug. Oh, wow.
So
David-
funny enough, while you think about that, I was reading about the Kama Sutra, and apparently most of it is about like relationships and love and stuff like that. And there's only a section of it that's about sex positions.
Only a section.
Only one chapter or
but a
something like
very
that.
important section.
Well,
wow.
it's literally what we all know it as. So yes, it has been.
So the only facet of this game that has been what I actually think it is the last movies, the hands-on movie, full body massage. That's the only one. So when I think it's the Kama Sutra, it actually concerns me that I think it's the Kama Sutras. And oh golly, yeah, you know what, Leah? It's been a while since I've had an outright victory, so I apologize for giving you the win here. But I'm going to go with the Kama Sutra and give you the win. Enjoy.
Well, as we already know, massage originated 2700 BCE. The Kama Sutra is believed to have been written or whatever sometime between 400 BCE and 200 CE. And so, Leah, you take the victory.
I take the victory.
You guys split every single question.
Wow.
I like that. It's ballsy. It's very, very, very fun. Okay, well done, Leah. You come away with a win.
A
Let's see
virtual
how you
handshake to
perform.
you, Leah.
A virtual
Yeah.
handshake back.
All right, mine also centers around massages and no Kama Sutra, although a missed opportunity on my end, I agree. All right, the first one's just going to go straight up to the category of massages. Which technique came first? The Swedish massage or the Thai massage? Ordered alphabetically, as all these options will be, as to not give away any preference. We'll start off with you, Leah. The Swedish massage or the Thai massage?
I'm going to say the Thai massage came first.
Okay. Going to you, Hoffman.
I also want to say the Thai massage.
Okay, so already a very different
Because
game.
because I'm pretty sure the Swedish massage was only like a couple hundred years old, or maybe like 100 years old, whereas I feel like the Thai would be way older.
Okay, so you both go the same way. You're both going to have the same result. The Swedish massage modality was invented around 1868 by Dutch doctor Johann George Mesger. And the Thai massage and Thai medicine are said to have been founded by the legendary Shivago Karmapaj, excuse my pronunciation if it's incorrect, which I'm sure it is, a physician from over 2,500 years ago. He was from northern India and said to be a friend and personal physician of the Buddha. So you both get a point. Congratulations,
There we
both
go.
on the board. We'll go first to Hoffman on this next one. Talking about movies that have a massage element to them. First of all will be Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Of course, if anybody remembers, there's an infamous massage scene in there starring who's finger guy from the Eternals? I forget his name. In Stuber and the Big Sick.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Kumail Nanjiani includes him. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. There's a massage scene in there. Rather important. And then, of course, number 2, War Dogs, starring Miles Teller and Jonah Hill. Miles Teller's character starting out the film as a massage therapist, a mobile massage therapist. Again, that's Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates and War Dogs. We're going to start with you, Hoffman. Which movie came out first?
I feel like there was a period where Miles Teller was in everything, and I think it was before Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. So I'm just going to go with War Dogs.
Okay. Leah.
That was going to be my answer, so I guess I'm going to do the opposite now. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates.
Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Well, these both came out in 2016, so it was a very close one.
Okay.
So it was very close. However, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates was Leah's selection, and it is the correct one. So anytime she splits the vote, it's worked out in her favor pretty much, Leah. Came out on June 30th, 2016, whereas War Dogs came out in August 19, 2016. All right, we'll start off with you, Leah. Books about massages. The first one is A Nation in Pain by Judy Foreman or Pain by Marnie Jackson. Which book, which I'm sure you've read both, Leah, which book came out first?
Pain came out first.
Pain by Marnie Jackson came out first, she says. David.
I'm going to go the opposite because I've got no basis of whatever. So I'm just, why not? Why not be ballsy? I'm going to go the opposite.
Why not? And as you have both, no doubt, read both, you might be more concerned to know that A Nation in Pain came out by Judy Foreman in 2014, while the book simply labeled Pain by Marnie Jackson came out in 2003. So Leah gets her second point, once again splitting the vote. It's always in her favor. You should know this by now, Hoffman. And we'll go to the fourth option, and we'll start off with Leah. We're going to go with famous massage therapist, world winners in the world champion in massage contest. So which masseuse gained their gold medal?
Now, let me just say, it's thrilling TV. It's thrilling TV.
You know what?
World Massage Championships.
I actually watched a preview of this because I could not believe that there was a set of this. And it was actually quite entertaining for weird reasons. You're just like
for weird reasons.
Weird reasons, yes.
Oh my God. Okay, because you're actually watching these people. Normally, I'm enjoying a massage. I'm not actually watching what they're doing. I'm just enjoying. And these guys, like, they're going on one leg. One person's like, and the skin's like folding up like a pug's face, and it's going up. It's It was very, very entertaining watch. And there's like 8 of them going in the same room. Some people are more clothed than others. It's just fascinating for very various reasons. All right. Excuse me. Back to the world champion in massage. Swedish gold medalist, Swedish massage, the winner in gold, POWWOW Nori from Qatar, or a Thai massage gold winner, Nuon Giam Serrano. Ooh,
Now who didn't do their
Serrano.
homework?
It's there. I just can't pronounce it. That's not my homework.
Right. That's on you, bro.
Nuon Giam Serrano.
Please stop
From the
torturing
Netherlands.
us.
From the Netherlands, actually. All right. So, POWWOW or Nuon, who got their gold medal in their facet of massage? Leah, Nuon or POWWOW?
I'm going to go with POWWOW.
POWWOW got
I
their...
wanted to go with POWWOW.
You could still do it.
No, I'm not. I can't, because otherwise I can't win. So I'm gonna have to go with Nuon, whatever his actual name is.
Nuon from the Netherlands won his gold in Thai massage in 2021, whereas
Damn it.
POWWOW won their gold in Swedish massage in 2019. Leah has assured her victory 4-1. She is going for the clean sweep here, while David remains at 1 point, one measly little point. Ha ha ha. All right, last one. Songs about massages. About massages. The first one will be labeled Massage in My Room by Future, or the all-encompassing song Massage by Trey Songz. Which came first? And we will go to you, Leah, going for the clean sweep here, leading 4-1.
For the clean sweep. I'm going to say it was between Future and Trey Songz.
Correct. One's Massage in My Room, and one is labeled Massage.
I'm going to say the Trey Songz one came first.
Came first. Okay. Hoffman, you cannot win.
No, I know I can't. I just want to know, do I want Leah to get the 5 out of 5? In which case I should pick the same thing so that I can get an extra point, you know?
I could be wrong.
Or do I want her to fail? Just a little bit, right at the end. In which case I should pick the other one.
The clean sweep is very rare. I think we've only had 2.
Yeah, it's very, very rare, yeah. I want her to succeed. So I'm going to pick whatever she picked. I can't remember what it was.
She picked Massage by Trey Songz. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. So Future came out with Massage in My Room, the immortal classic, in 2017. Massage by Trey Songz came out in 2010. The clean sweep has been accomplished. Leah.
Thank you.
5. David didn't stand a chance. I didn't stand a chance. Back-to-back victories.
There was no way.
Nothing we could do. Congratulations.
She's a massage expert.
Yes, and only $75. There we go. All right. Leah, thank you so much for joining us today and taking down David as well as me. If you have to beat me, at least you can beat David as well. That is just niceties being put forward. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for joining us.
It was a pleasure.
Yes, thank you so much, Leah, for joining us. It's been awesome having you on. I know you've listened to a couple episodes. Do you have a favorite, or even if you remember what we talked about?
I have to be honest. When I was listening to the podcast, I went all the way for anyone that had a weird title to it.
We do try to keep our titles interesting.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
That's a good 15-minute discussion after each episode that we record. We'd like, okay, so what should the title be? So glad that's working at least for one listener. Hope it's working for many more out there. But yes, thank you so much for coming on. I enjoy our chats, and it's cool to share you, a good friend that I made in Greece, with the POWWOW audience. So thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me.
And with those back-to-back losses, me and David remain at the same record, 9-10. Come on, somebody pull ahead. Ooh, Daddy-o!
Yeah, that slaps. I will let you go first on this one, Phil.
Okay, I'm bringing you another song this week. Song is called While We're Young by Janae Aiko. Good vibes, very indie vibe. And of course, whenever you're talking about Janae, she's always got sick beats. Like I'd put her on the level of like Khalid, where you can almost tell anytime you're listening to a song who you're listening to as an artist, but at the same time, they're always unique. It's not like Phil Collins songs, which have been ruined for me when somebody said, if you've heard one Phil Collins song, you've heard them all. And I'm like, damn it. Outside of like, I Can Feel It Coming in the Air Tonight, the rest of them, like the whole Tarzan album is like pretty much the same song
I
on repeat.
love the Tarzan album.
I love it too, though. I love that one song. So I say it with love in my heart, but
it's called Musical Motif.
yeah,
Okay?
of course. While We're Young by Janae Aiko. It slaps.
Okay, I had a few songs that I was kind of juggling around trying to think of which one I wanted to pick. I'm going to go with a song called Ice Cream because it's so hot. Man, do I want some ice cream. Ice Cream by Kid the Band. Kid spelt with a Y instead of an I. Kid the Band. Ice Cream, it slaps.
Ice cream always does slap, for the record.
A woo, indeed. We come to the end of the podcast where we told some troubling massage stories. And we had a great fun game with Leah, my newest of friends. So it comes time to say goodbye and thank you to a few special people. First of all, to Cass and Crossland and Jake Corlang for the music that you hear on this show. We couldn't do it without you.
Thank you to Tara Amstutz, Josh Hans, and Ryan Ardell for their wonderful musical contributions to the show, and Tara for her wonderful design work as well. The podcast would not be the same without you guys, could not be possible without you guys, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
And as always, thank you to you, the listener, for tuning in each and every week. We're constantly coming up with new fun things to talk about, fun things to share with you guys, fun new games to play. So spread the word, share us with your friends. We're on Instagram at POWWOW_podcast. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. Just about anywhere you or any of your friends find podcasts. Let them know. Just know that we're not on Pandora because, damn it, spank that Pandora.
All right, I know that I need an hour, but I don't want a Thai massage or a Swedish massage. Do you have... Oh, what's that? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to get the bear style for an hour.